Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Chatting with Chops, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Karen, and I like to make fun and entertaining videos that might teach you something. And today we're gonna make some little double chocolate cookies. This is just a fun little thing to spend your weekend afternoon making something good for that evening's dinner. So let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is mix in a few of our dry ingredients. So we're going to need 2.5 cups of flour. So that's 1. And 2 and 1/2. Okay. And then we're going to take our baking soda, which we need 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay. All right. And then a little bit of salt. Okay. We're just going to mix that a little bit. Right, and the last thing that we want to put in with our dry ingredients is our 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. So we got our cocoa powder in there. And then I just like to give it a nice little stir just so that when you go to add it into your wet ingredients, it's not all the salt in one place or the baking soda in one place. Okay? Okay, so now we need to put our sugar in our mixer bowl. And we need 3/4 of a cup of our white sugar. 1, 2, and 3. And then we need a whole cup of our brown sugar. There's our whole cup of brown sugar, and now we're just going to turn our mixer on. And now we're going to add our butter, which is a 1 cup of butter. Okay, make sure we get all of that. And then we're going to mix that in real good. All right, so once you have all that mixed in, then you're going to slowly start adding your flour mixture. All right, isn't that gorgeous? It looks like cake batter right now. And then the last thing you're going to do is add in about 2 cups of your chocolate chips, and you really could use any kind you want. I'm using milk chocolate this time, but you could use dark sweet or vegan chips or whatever, white chocolate chips, whatever makes you happy. So I'm just going to add these in, and I keep the mixer on slow because I don't want it to pulverize my chips. We've let our cookie dough chill in the fridge for just a few minutes, just to kind of help it solidify up a little bit. And then we're going to take little kind of teaspoonfuls and put them on our cookie sheets. And like I've said in prior videos, depending on what size cookie you make will depend on how many you get at the end and how many calories are in each cookie. So, I mean, if the event you're going to needs monster cookies, then you definitely are going to want to make them bigger than I currently am. I try to keep mine a little bit smaller just so that it'll make a few more, and I like to freeze my cookies for later on events that I might have going on, or just to kind of thaw out a few after dinner so you don't have a bunch of yummy cookies laying around that'll tempt you. But we're just going to fill up this cookie sheet, and then we're going to put these in the oven for 300 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 to 25 minutes. Just watch your oven really carefully, because if you have an older oven like I do, it kind of has a mind of its own. And since they're chocolate dark covered already, you're going to have to watch them a little bit more carefully so that they don't burn. So when they start kind of forming up the edges, then that's when you know they need to kind of come out. So just stay around maybe 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, I'm always a huge proponent on reusable items, and my little slip mats that I normally use for cookies, I usually use for everything. But I will say for these particular double chocolate cookies, this parchment paper is really working a whole lot better. It was actually, I don't know if I can show you, it was kind of rolling up the bottoms when I was trying to take it off the slip mat. Whereas you can see with the parchment paper, they're just sliding right off. So for this particular recipe, I would definitely recommend just using plain old parchment paper. They just come off a whole lot better that way. And as you can see, they're all nice and smooth on the bottom, like as they should be. So our double chocolate cookie recipe made about 50 cookies, 50 to 55 cookies. Again, because I tried to keep them relatively small. And you see how wonderful they turned out? Didn't spread too much, so that's kind of nice. But I have about 50 of them. Now you'll see on some of them they're a tiny bit lumpy because you can see the chocolate chips down in them. And this is what I was talking about earlier, as far as I was using the slip mats as opposed to using regular parchment paper. I usually always use slip mats because, again, you can just wash them and reuse them. But it's obvious that with these cookies, the parchment paper is better to use. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and help me grow my channel so I can make more videos for you. And I will catch you on the next bake.